They slept on the team, now they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's noted in keeping it low-key. I can carve for the D like a turkey, or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets, the coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team around took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just try not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on, smash. Put in the gas.
Okay, Coach, we are just west of downtown Denver off of I-25 at Empower Field at Mile High. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the Denver Broncos. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Here we go, here we go. 60 outlaw. Kill.
Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Hey, Sue.
On 2nd and 7, Jones. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
At the 47-yard line.
Set 90 Wolf. 54.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
They can't hang with that.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rivers under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Von Miller in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56. So
Working out of the gun, Rivers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting? There he goes, left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Marquise Goodwin, an 80-yard touchdown, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point try good by Gano, and that makes the score 7-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
No gain on this defense. No gain. Get it.
Now Kamara. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. And he'll wind up taking this all the way down to the Raiders' 36-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a carry. It's C.J. Anderson. Dances by him. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Well, to me, that's taking a big gamble defensively because that alignment you see, that's normally something you see down near the goal line. Because now they decide to go play action, something should be open there, and I think open big.
So maybe that's something that gets filed away for later.
I think without a doubt, you write it down, and if you see that look at a later date, go ahead and take your shot.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 4.
Set, ready, 50, plant.
Right there, 56. Come on, ready, come on.
Topper, go.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And Kamara has it stripped, and the Raiders pick it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Throwing Jones. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
On the ready.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, 56 to Mark for 56. Check 56.
Stay with your man.
Here's Jones from the gun on 3rd down. Able to find Waller. That's complete. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. Jones now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Now Jones from the gun, he'll throw. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
He's not exactly had a banner start to this game. We're still in the first quarter. He's already thrown an interception, and that should have been the second one.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Jones. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feed.
And he loses the football a second time, and the Raiders pick it up. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
56 is the mic. I got one.
A first down carry now for Miller. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On second down now, it's Miller. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. It appears he'll be a few inches short, so 9 yards on the gain officially, and it'll be third down. Now it's Miller, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because it didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
You draw corkers.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Broncos nothing.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, exit.
57. Mike, finish. Go.
Rivers now. He's going to air one out for Anderson. It got his man complete. 36 yards on the play. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Mike 56. Mike's 56.
Hey, echo.
All day, every day, any day. 56. Go. 56.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. After the sack on 1st down, Rivers caught by Allen. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with that, they're now out of timeouts, and still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
56, Mike, 56. Time to go, night.
From the gun, Rivers. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34.
56 is the mark.
Second and 1. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Raiders.
Jones now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Jones operating from the gun. He gets this one to Johnson. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for first and 10. Back to throw. Jones. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Ball on the 30 as they come up second and 10. They'll run with Marshawn Lynch. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Here we go. 30 base.
They'll run on first down. Miller. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. And they'll run it from the gun with Miller. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Lynch running the counter. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
And Gano's kick is right through. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
At their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They trail by 10, 13-3 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Rivers now to throw on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Brings up 4th down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Jones now throwing to start the drive, and he'll be stopped right at midfield. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider 1st down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Operating from the gun, Jones. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Gano's kick is good, and the lead stretches. 16-3 now. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room. He's got a man, complete. The first play of the second half, a big success, over 30 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Jimmy Ward. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 25. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Throwing, Rivers. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Team six. Now.
3rd and long for Rivers. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 56 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders' 17.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This one from 35 yards away. Rosa's kick is good. And the lead is down to 10 now at 16-6. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
Hauling it in, Nelson. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. Throwing again on second down. Jones is going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They go with Lynch right side. Jonathan Jones there to make the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Now Jones on 3rd down. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, Rivers. And that is incomplete here. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, and we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Going deep here for Allen. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
This is taken at the 23. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Ready, ready. 10-2, sir.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Ready, ready.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And that's the 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Jones operating from the gun. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Rivers. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. And he's got him back within a field goal now. It's 16-13. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Following the interception here, Rivers. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
On the set.
57. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
A 10th carry for Kamara. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead.
There it is, partner. You see it. 4 fingers. What does that mean?
Fingers. That signifies the 4th quarter's here.
That's right. Who's going to dominate? Usually both teams are holding them up. We own the 4th quarter, what we found out so far. 2 touchdowns here, and now they've taken the lead.
Yeah, second one putting them in front. You know what I see on the other sideline, though? It seems like they've tensed up, had that lead. They were playing not to lose it, and they've lost it.
That's a great observation. When you play not to lose, you usually don't win.
Now, though, they'll have the opportunity to respond.
Let's go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, Jones. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver.
Ready up.
54. Mike's 54. Tackles.
Like.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
On second down, Bernard. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Broncos on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's a give to Anderson. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down.
2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that'll make this a 7-point game. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones eluding the pressure right. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. The improvisation gets him only a couple, but that's all he needed. 1st down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. And now he'll turn, and off his back foot, he'll heave this deep. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jones. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Every penalty is so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it 3rd and long. Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. And this is caught by Martavis Bryant. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And some room to run now. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big run there. 29 yards and a first. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
On the ground, this is Kamara. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So 2nd down, and this defense certainly going to sell out to stop the run. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. Defensively, they know the situation. They stack the line. Heck, that was a goal line set right there.
And it's the right play for them, exactly what they have to do. They want to take away every gap, every crack, and make sure no one can get through it. But here's the deal, though. You've worked on offense all year long about these types of defensive fronts. And if they can penetrate it at all, your runner has a chance to go a long way behind.
It could be a house call. And the kick by Rosas is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
He completes it to Nelson. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line.